Hello, a very good evening and a warm welcome to Prime News. I'm Iftia Abdul Kader. First, a look at tonight's top stories.
The President underlines the obligation of the nation to developing the country, electing a strong parliament. World's support is with Sri Lanka in the face of the UN chief's statement. $300,000 jobs will be generated in the ports sector. And in news overseas, the Indian government says it has the legitimate right to use as much force as possible to rein in the Maoists.
We start off with a look at your local news. Mahinda Chintana has provided a liberated country to the people. President Rajapaksa emphasized that it is the onus of the nation to build the country through a strong legislature.
නියුණු සැනසුණු රටක් බවට මේ රට පත් කරන්න ඕන. ඒක අපි පත් කරනවා.
The president said that when the people were deprived of the united country and also the map, they were able to restore it through the implementation of the Mahinda Chintana. Honor was bestowed on the nation. The government was against exploitation and international pressure. Instead, freedom, honorable peace and development are advancing through the Mahinda Chintana. He pointed out that the country was able to withstand the difficult period experienced in the world as a result of the Mahinda Chintana. Banks in the world collapsed. Many countries experienced hunger. But Sri Lanka succeeded in facing these problems successfully. The president noted that the Mahinda Chintana is a far-sighted policy. It was not crafted by the foreign advisers. He observed it was the vision of the ordinary masses.
මහින්ද චින්තනය හැදුවේ විදේශික උපදේශකයෝ නෙවෙයි. මේ මහින්ද චින්තනය තියෙන්නේ ජනතාවගේ සාමාන්‍ය ජනතාවගේ දර්ශනය.
The working class organized a People's Parley under the theme Make Sri Lanka the Miracle of Asia. Further expressing his views at this meeting, the president said his desire is to build a country in which no profession is condemned by molding a working class excelled in language, technology and profession. The era in which lives were risked on behalf of hunger and property has been eliminated. The president appreciated the immense contribution made by the working class to strengthen the path of the government. Veteran media personality and artist Jackson Anthony delivered the keynote address.
වසර 1,50,000ක් පුරා මේ රට පවත්වාගෙන ආපු මානව ශිෂ්ටාචාරය ලෝකයේ පුදුමයට පත් වූ මානව ශිෂ්ටාචාරය යලි ගොඩ ගන්න පටන් අරන් තියෙනවා.
Western Province Governor Alavi Maulana, President Secretary Lalit Veeratunga, Central Bank Governor Ajit Niwad Cabral and Finance Secretary Dr. P.B. Jayasundara were among the other speakers. The President presented memos to relatives of 4 labor leaders who made supreme sacrifices on behalf of the country. Ministers Susil Premajayant, Dew Gunasekara, A.H.M. Fauzi and Geethanjana Gunawardana and many trade union leaders were present at this event. The support of the international community is with Sri Lanka in the face of the statement made by the UN Secretary General. Minister Mahinda Samarasinghe expressed his views to the media on the statement issued by the non-aligned movement pledging support to Sri Lanka.
The latest position in respect of this issue is that the non-aligned movement current chair, Egypt, permanent representative of Egypt in New York, has sent a communication on behalf of the non-aligned movement to the Secretary General, very clearly condemning his intention to appoint a committee. As you know, the non-aligned movement consists of 124 countries of 194 member countries of the United Nations. It's the largest bloc, regional bloc, inter-regional bloc in the world. And this is nearly two-thirds, or more than two-thirds, almost two-thirds of the membership of the UN. So this is the kind of position that the majority of the very clear majority of the membership of the United Nations shown.
That was Minister Mahinda Samarasinghe airing his views to the media. Government is mulling over generating 300,000 jobs in the harbour sector. Chairman of the Ports Authority, Dr. Priyat Banduvikrama, said that these jobs will be available with the construction of the Hambantota International Harbour and the completion of the harbour development projects. The port's chairman said $1.7 billion is being invested in this sector within the 5-year period from 2008 to 2012. The government as well as the private sector are undertaking investments. Many direct and indirect jobs will be generated. He said that at least 25,000 direct jobs will be generated during this 5-year period. Mr. Banduvikrama revealed of the program mooted by them for the generation of at least 200,000 indirect jobs for the youth. The Ports Authority chairman was addressing a news conference at the Information Department today. Among those who joined him at the news briefing was Secretary to the Ministry of Ports and Aviation Services, Ranjit De Silva, and a group of ministry officials.
දකුණු ආසියාවේ ගුවන්තොටු පොළවල් තුනකින් එකක් හැටියට බණ්ඩාරනායක ජාත්‍යන්තර ගුවන්තොටු
Deputy Chairman of the Airports and Aviation Services Company, Kamal Ratwata, told journalists that rapid growth was being achieved in the civil aviation services sector. Prime News continues after a short break.